Another daily market outlook where we discuss every single major dollar pair and of course gold. Welcome back to another daily market outlook, guys. My name is Fabio. A very good morning to you. Now, EURUSD is inside its daily area of supply. As we can see, this is the second time that we've pushed in towards this supply zone. This is the supply zone that caused that fractal break in towards the downside and for us to sweep liquidity underneath this low. Now, the initial reaction to that supply zone, which we had over here, that should have pushed the market down lower if we were really still that bearish in towards this area of demand. Now you can see that we're coming back in towards that supply zone for the second time. Now, the more often you hit an area of supply, the weaker that it gets. So it's not a good thing that we're back inside here if you are looking for shorts. It means that the probability of the zone playing out has dramatically decreased. Now, the initial sells in towards the downside have already been taken over here after seeing that 4-hour change of character. What do I mean with change of character? I just mean a trend shift over here. We came back in towards this area of supply, and then from there we sold off in towards the downside. Now, if the market was really that bearish, it should have continued its move down lower. But what we can see is that we break this area of supply and we start pushing up higher again. Now, for now, the bulls are in control and we can see that we're reacting to this overall sell before the buy candle. I wouldn't be surprised if we see EURUSD shoot up higher and start breaking this high over here, which is also your daily fractal high. Now, let me just quickly zoom in. We can quickly see that we have not yet taken out that high with the wick. If we do, then I would be interested in trading that potential pullback in towards the upside, okay, and then grabbing the liquidity that is still positioned above the highs. Now, furthermore, looking at the dollar index, what we can see from there is that it is looking pretty bearish. As we can see, we swipe liquidity above this high over here. We're inside this daily area of consolidation, this daily area of supply, and the market has made an extreme leg in towards the highs, right? So once we break this low over here, it means that we have a structural shift on the dollar index, and that could cause the market to start correcting deeper before then either heading up higher again or just selling off in towards the downside, depending on how we react to these imbalances over here. Okay, so I am starting to be interested in a potential pullback from the dollar. Now, moving onwards into AUDUSD, because a potential pullback on the dollar means opportunities within the market. Now, AU obviously swiped liquidity underneath this low over here. As you can see, we have these two equal lows. The market swipes underneath and then it starts reversing. Obviously, this is just one bullish candle, so it doesn't have to mean anything. We could just head down lower once again. But what we can see on the 4-hour time frame is a market structure shift. So I am not interested in looking for any shorts at the moment. Why? Because we formed an area of valid demand over here. This area of valid demand was created because we had a shift in the market structure, right? So this is your previous area of supply, which caused a break of this fractal low. So essentially what is happening now is that you're seeing this happen, right? So push up, pull back, and now you would expect another push up. We still have open supply over here. We still have open supply over here. So I am looking for a short-term upside movement from Aussie dollar, not looking at shorts at the moment from this pair. Do keep in mind it is pretty risky to long this because you're kind of calling or trying to call the bottom, and we have seen one single or two bullish candles before and then just further downside continuation. Yes, the move is much larger now and we are underneath a major swing low over here, so it is a little bit different, and in these instances as well there was no real 4-hour shift in change of character like this, so do keep an eye open for a potential next leg up from Aussie dollar. I am interested in that for now. Now, going into GBPUSD, we can see that GBPUSD is still consolidating. Not interested in trading this at all. My interest really lies with the other pairs. As we can see, we're just still stuck inside this area of consolidation. I did mention I was interested in looking for some further upside yesterday, but then with the news and obviously I didn't trade it, we can very clearly see that there's just a lot of manipulation going on. We fake out in towards downside, fake out in towards the upside, and now we're just back where we began. So not interested in trading this for now. Going in towards the daily is still bearish. We ended up respecting this buy before the sell, as you can see over here, which includes as well the daily fractal high, which is the high of this bullish candle over here. So as long as that is respected, and we've already pulled back in towards the premium, and with premium I just mean in towards the extreme of the overall range, so everything above the 50% fib of this leg down. You can see we've already pulled back in towards there. It's just not interesting because we've already made a valid retracement, and obviously we are still pretty bearish overall momentum wise. So just seeing this over here is not convincing me just yet to look for those buys. Going into NZDUSD, NZDUSD has also started to make a pullback from this area of demand over here. So that could cause a reversal in combination with this major liquidity low over here. So going in towards the daily first, the daily is still being respected fractal wise. So the high of this bullish candle over here is still being respected. So we are still bearish. As you can see, supply yesterday also played out and pushed the market down lower again. What I'm interested in is looking at the 4-hour time frame, and on the 4-hour we can clearly see that we do have a pretty interesting level of demand created over here, which we mentioned yesterday, which is still being respected. Now, I'm not interested in looking for longs from this demand zone. It is way too aggressive for me. What I'm looking for is another break of the 4-hour, and then to maybe long this back up in towards this supply zone. For example, take out this trend line over here and all of the descending highs, because above the descending highs, that is where stop losses lie and where liquidity lies to be taken out, then to push continue down lower, or to obviously reverse and continue its pullback on the daily time frame up higher. But for that to happen, I need to wait for confirmation, and I need to wait for this high to go. Only then would I be interested in looking for a long. Going into gold, last of all, gold made a nice manipulation yesterday. If you look at the 1-hour time frame, you can very clearly see, because today it's Thursday, on Wednesday afternoon, what happened is that we indeed swiped again underneath this low. We grabbed the liquidity and then we reversed back up again. Now we're inside this imbalance over here, this demand zone. So what I'm looking at is for further upside on gold, wait for this high to break, and then look for the continuation up higher. That is what I am looking for at the moment. So I got my eyes open on this high over here for that to break, and then to look for some upside continuation, because we had some nice manipulation over here coming underneath this previous area of demand. As you can see, the initial buyers get tapped in, then we come underneath getting the stop losses, and then we reverse back up higher again. So for me, manipulation has happened, and I'm now ready to look to target these highs over here if we see a shift on the 1-hour market structure. This setup would be similar to what happened over here, where we swipe the lows and then we just continue with the overall kind of like this internal trend up higher. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic trading day. Make sure to join Discord, link in the description down below, and I'll see you there.